Hello and welcome back to Stormwatch. I'm Angel and let's get started with the Stormwatch weather forecast. Today and tomorrow are going to start out warm and partly cloudy with temperatures up to 55 and lows of 36. On Thursdays, we're going to see some rain showers with a high of 47. The rain showers are going to bring in some colder temperatures the next few days. Friday and Saturday being chilly with a high of 49 and low 27. Sunday looks decent with partly cloud skies and a high of 49. Monday, we're going to get some more rain with a high of 52 and 41. Thanks for watching. This has been Angel with your Stormwatch weather forecast.
Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Slightly Biased Sports News, where we take a look at sporting events that occurred in the last couple weeks around the world. Starting in the US, Super Bowl 58 was watched by 123 million viewers worldwide as the Kansas City Chiefs gained a hard-fought overtime victory against the San Francisco 49ers to win their second consecutive NFL championship. Major League Baseball is also set to begin, with spring training beginning with the game between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres on Thursday, February 22nd in the city of Phoenix, Arizona. In the sport of rugby, the first 2 weeks of the Six Nations Cup have passed, with England gaining 2 narrow victories over Italy and Wales to remain close behind the defending champions Ireland, who are also undefeated. In the sport of association football, otherwise known as soccer, a long-fought knockout stage in the African Cup of Nations has finally come to a close, with the Ivory Coast coming out on top in a 2-1 victory over Nigeria to win their 3rd ever championship in the competition. The AFC Asian Cup also came to an end after one of the most interesting editions of the tournament resulted in a victory for the nation of Qatar over Jordan in a 3-1 victory in the final. One of the most unique events of the final was the celebrations, with Qatari player Akram Afif performing a card trick after one of the goals. In the nation of Germany, the most reputable soccer competition, the Bundesliga, is undergoing one of the most interesting title fights in recent history, with Bayer Leverkusen defeating Bayern Munich 3-0 to go top of the league table in an attempt to stop Bayern Munich from winning yet another league title for the first time since 2020.
This is my favorite table. So, we never heard of Anthony Hopkins by any chance, the Silence of the Lambs. So, this is my friend, Nicky Winton.
We bring in letters and artifacts and passports and visas and different documents of how people communicated back during the World War II era, before all today's technology. It gives students and adults a chance to pick up witnesses, pick up letters, pick up a Jewish star, the cloth of a Jewish yellow star, and hold it and say, this survived. This was a witness of the World War II Holocaust, this breakdown of humanity.
I feel really lucky that we have this opportunity to engage with these artifacts, because there's only so much you can learn from like websites or books about the Holocaust, but really seeing these like letters and like artifacts in person, I think it really made me have a deeper appreciation for like what these people went through.
Engaging with these artifacts really makes me feel kind of emotional. Like, it's really powerful to be able to see and to hold and to feel all of these things that like people at that time were like doing and what they were feeling.
So the most important artifact for me was this death warrant for a Nazi war criminal, and this was really impactful for me because I could see like how these criminals were charged, and it just really like brought to light all the horrible things that the Nazis did, and the sentences that they earned for their actions.
This guy, Mordecai Rumkowski, was the head of the Judenrat, the Jewish council in Lodz. They had their own postal service. He had such an ego, we put his own picture on the stamp, which is pretty amazing all by itself.
I think it's really important. I taught the Holocaust for 18 years, and it's really important to help students engage and really feel that this stuff is real, and that's what these artifacts do.
I think all the letters are very interesting because it's kind of like personal correspondence from people who are actually there. It's kind of an interesting way to look at things.
I think it's interesting. I think it's like seeing these authentic pieces of history in front of me, and for them to be like tangibly there and pick them up with my hands. You know, they're in these protective cases, so I don't feel like I'm damaging these things by picking them up. It's nice. It's nice. I think the most powerful artifact that I saw was it was a piece of like a Torah scroll that was desecrated, and I think that's truly impactful to see, because you know, it truly shows like the destruction that happened like during the Holocaust firsthand, and it's very raw, it's very real seeing it.
I think it's important so that we are aware of what happened in the past so we don't repeat it again, and that we are like fully immersed in the situations that other people were immersed in.
I think having a collection like this is so important because you can actually pick up the history and hold it in your hands. And as someone who loves museums, you know, I firmly believe museums are a great way to learn history, but you can't touch any of it. So it's one thing to go to a museum, see an exhibit, but it's another thing to be able to pick up an object and hold it in your hand and actually see the person's handwriting up close, or, you know, see a photograph up close that, you know, it feels all very far away, but then when you get to hold an object, it feels a lot more personal. And I think having an exhibit like this brings a really important part of our history into people's hands.
Hey Super Bowl fans, are you thirsty? Well, have I got the solution for you. Coca-Cola. Oh, it's delicious, but don't just take it from me. Take it from a few of our sponsors. Let me give you a demonstration on how to drink Coca-Cola. I don't have enough joints.
I am Batman!
Coca-Cola is the single greatest thing I've ever drinking.
Go treat yourself. Get some Coke.